You might have noticed that there are two very similar mods going around on Warframe, these being Blood Rush and Condition Overload. They are similar, but they are suited for a completely different playstyle. I'm here today to clear things up between these two mods and give you some exemplary builds. You can use these to slot these mods into your weapons to get the most out of them. First, let's see what each modification does. Condition Overload amplifies the damage from your melee weapon. Whenever you hit an enemy affected by a status effect, this will increase the damage by 60% for each status effect applied on that enemy. This damage scales additively. This means that hitting an enemy currently under the effect of one status effect will deal 160% damage. 2 status effects will deal 256 damage, and 3 status effects will deal 410% damage, and you can go on. Hitting an enemy with a new status effect doesn't apply the bonus damage. Warframes with innate status effects like Sarin, Excalibur with Chromatic Blade and a few other ones are great and synergize well. Weapons that come to mind are multi-hilt weapons like the Nunchakus or the Gunblades, and weapons with a high innate status chance. Blood Rush is a modification that provides an insane increase in critical hit chance. This allows you to make any decent crit weapon into a true powerhouse. Once you reach a 2x combo multiplier, you gain an increase in 400% crit chance, making a base 20% crit weapon yellow crit every time. Bring a combo duration mod or the Madrite tree, as you do not want to lose your combo counter, as if you lost it, you will have to start all over again. Warframes that come to mind have a lot of attack speed and close range crowd control like Volt or Valkyr. Weapons that come to mind is anything with a decent crit rate. Go wild. Blood Rush can be used as a singular critical hit modification, which result into a lot of flexibility modding your weapon. It scales quite quickly with the combo multiplier. It has a lot of synergy with the mod Berserker, and it's actually quite cheap and can be easily farmed on Lua in the spy mission. For negative points, I have that once you lose the combo counter, you have to start all over again. The mods to make this weapon effective are quite expensive on Endo, and you have to commit to melee if you want to get the most out of Blood Rush. On Condition Overload side, I have noticed that the damage increases immensely after just 3 or 4 hits on an enemy. It has a lot of synergy with multi-hit weapons. It applies a lot of status effects to debuff enemies, and it has a lot of synergy with specific warframes like Sarin. The mod itself is quite expensive and very hard to farm. The mods you require to make the build effective are also very expensive. There are only a few top tier weapons available to be slotted into, and it forces you to run a specific build. There is not much room for flexibility. You might also be thinking now, what if I just run them together? Well, not much. I tried it out and that's not much of a difference. It's best to just run either of them and specialize in what they're good for. If I want to describe each mod in one sentence, I'd say that Blood Rush starts slow but ramps up quickly throughout the mission to hit very hard. Condition Overload starts out quickly, but you rely on chance to make your weapon go overboard.